Hey guys, really quickly, I just went over in my last video that we were going to reprofile a blade because I broke the tip on it. I just wanted to show you what I have running really quick. I stepped outside because I had the grinder on hand. Alright, this is what I'm running. I'm just running my DeWalt grinder, 20 amp. And I have my flap disc, 4.5 inch, 60 grit with a 7/8 arbor, max RPM of 13,500 RPMs is the max RPMs. I was trying to hold the trigger about half power, and I was holding it upside down just like that. And then I ran the blade across it, and every time I took a pass, and I was just lightly taking a pass over it, just as it's running, I lightly passed, well, I passed over on the top. And I was going very lightly with a light hand, and then with each pass, I would dip it in water so the blade would cool down because it gets really hot. This will take off metal very quickly. But with, I believe it was 4 passes, 4 quick, smooth passes from mid-belly to the tip of where it was broken, this is where we're at. We got our tip back. You can see blade is not damaged at all. Got some scratches at the top where I accidentally touched it right there, But you can see there's no damage to the blade at all. It is blunt. That thing is blunt. So this is where we're going to put that worksharp workstation to the test and reprofile this bad boy, because you can see the edge is down here is fine where I did not touch it, and then it's completely blunt there halfway up. Like I said, I went from right here on the belly, came up to that broken part, and we have a nice tip. So I just wanted to run out there since I had the grinder on hand, because I'm going to be messing with the grinder today anyways. And I was very nervous about doing this to begin with. I didn't want to mess it up, didn't want to mess my knife up. This is the first profiling I've done with it. I actually got my flap disc dug out of my tool bucket because I've got a piece of steel that I want to try to profile into a nice bushcraft blade, and that'll actually be a video too. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to temper it, but I'm gonna try to form it with this flap disc after I cut the rough out shape with a cutoff wheel, and we're gonna try to create a bushcraft blade. But anyways, back to this guy. As you can see, you don't need a belt grinder. You've got yourself a belt sander. You don't need a belt sander to do it. So for those of you who've broken your tips and need to reprofile it, if you've got a grinder on hand, they actually sell these flap disc at Harbor Freight. I believe this is actually a Harbor Freight one because I used to get mine from Fisker or Fastenal. I used to get mine from Fastenal, and their flap disc for 60 and 80 grit are about 12 to 15 bucks per disc. And then I found these at Harbor Freight, and I believe they were $3 or $5 for a packet of 4. Don't quote me on that because this is the first one I've purchased from Harbor Freight, because I wanted to put it to the test and see how well they hold up. And I'm pretty sure all flap discs are pretty much built the same. They're going to take off metal, that's what they're meant to do. And as you see, it did take off metal. And like I said, 4 very light passes and in between each pass I dipped it in water to cool the blade, you know, so it wouldn't overheat it and take away the temper. That was my thought process on that. And I've got my tip back, and now we're gonna just sharpen it, which I will catch on video. This one, I just, like I said, I had the grinder on hand, and I was nervous about it because this was my first attempt on this, so I was fairly nervous about it, and I didn't grab my phone. I just, you know, wanted to test it out, and to me it worked out greatly. It worked out greatly. I got my tip back. You know, I've got my functional knife. And so now we're just going to hit it with the Worksharp workstation, which I will catch on video because we're going to reprofile that edge and put a nice edge on there. So that's going to be the next video, guys. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for viewing. I love you guys for showing up. I love your support. If you don't mind, please like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like doing. You know, it's free to do. You're not forced to do anything. But as you see, just a standard grinder. So if you've got a grinder and you don't have any flap disc, you can run to Harbor Freight, get you a flap disc, and make some beautiful knife repairs. You know, fix those tips, take out any dents and dings, any chips, you know, and you'll be on your way. Got your knife back. Alright, guys. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Thank you for showing up and seeing the videos. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Wicked Blades out.